See, this is why I appreciate when people actually come to my streams, because I didn't realize I still had my microphone muted. Amazing. 39 minutes of silence. Maybe that's good. Maybe for most viewers, they probably appreciate that. Anyway, things are good on my end now. My ninja has been getting bopped. Been getting hit between 200 and 300 damage for whatever reason with magic. I don't know what's going on with this game, but it's trolling me pretty hard tonight. It's funny, I remember unmuting my mic. I don't know how I ended up muting it back, but hey, we're good to go. You didn't miss much. Should be able to run away from this. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We'll do some healing action here. Yeah, this guy doesn't do a ton of damage. This is a perfect opportunity to get everybody up to snuff. Flash. That's different. Kinda wish I kept that extra heal helmet, because then I'd be able to heal 3 times in one round, but there we go. Got 400s. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're happy. Alright, let's get some good hits in. 240, I like it. Still taking a lot of damage. I don't know what's wrong with my ninja. I'm disappointed with him. Dude has a crazy sword that's 2 damage. Chuck just punches the dude in the face. Does way more damage. Oh. Did that really have to happen? 458 damage? That's crazy. That's annoying. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna skip the Mazmoon. First off, it ain't gonna make that much of a difference. But I need to survive this battle. I really wish you would have waited to attack. Okay, that was a free shot. I'll take that. Okay. 156 damage magic. That's just stupid. 89 damage, even dumber. $158? Why? That's so unnecessary. Oh, that was nice though. Of course. Should be able to run from this though. Alright, well, the odds aren't in my favor, that's for sure. Could cast that, could do that. Alright, this is gonna be probably not gonna work out. Oops. Let's walk forward. $250. $550. $9. We're at 1,000. $1,100. $1,300. 1500. Give me a break. Do a good hit. You can do an 8 hits, man. 161 damage. That's insane. Why is it so bad? There we go. Got it. That was weak. Oops. Dropped my controller. We got it. That was tough. I don't know why he was doing so little damage, though. That was kind of weird. It was like 160, and he did that 400 shot in the beginning. But nonetheless, the game is complete. That's fun. That was tough. The time loop is now broken. The 2,000-year-long battle is over. Peace prevails. Control the 4 elements: the earth, the wind, the fire, and something or other. Garland's hatred burned for 2,000 years. That hatred led the 4 powers to this world. Chaos was created from those 4, supposedly. Evil dominated the world and covered it in darkness. What's up, Zachariah? Welcome to the stream. I just beat the game, so we're at the end of it. Well, I appreciate the blessing. So now the game gets to tell me their theory on the old time loop. Everything went mad in a day. The reason lies in the 2,000-year time loop. The 4 chose to become one force and fight against the 4 evil forces that set darkness upon the world. Well, I hope it was informative and fun. Try not to have a toxic stream or anything. But the legend will live on, passed down by the dwarves, the elves, and the dragons. Passed on by people unsure where the story came from. I guess I can end my timer. 14 hours, that's the longest one out of all my games. I kind of thought that was going to be long. I do know how it goes, man. I'm just appreciative anybody shows up at all to watch the streams with me, so. Life is busy, for sure. But busy can be good. And never turn the 4 powers to the dark side. He was earlier. So when this game ends, I'm going to take like a 1-minute break, not even. I'm going to come back, and I'm actually going to go back to the Sky Tower, and we're going to go find WARMECH. Because that's always exciting. WARMECH is in the last floor of the Sky Tower, Sky Castle, whatever they call it. The Winds Tower. Yeah. It's just like it's a weird like 1 in 64th chance that he'll show up on that floor, and because I already handicapped myself in this game by not having 4 characters and picking like characters I normally wouldn't use, I didn't want to make the risk of finding him and dying and have to start all over. But I already beat the game, so I got it over with. So as a fun thing, I'm going to go to that floor and see if we can find him and beat him. So just give me 1 second. I have to go reset something. I'm just going to mute. I'm not going to turn the stream off. And I'll be right back. All right. Where is my controller? So unfortunately, when you beat the game and you get to the end title screen, there's no like extra continue. You actually have to reset the game. The best career fields to get into. Now? That's a good question. That's tough. I mean, I got into the tech fields, went back to school after, 10 years after I graduated. Was it 10 years? Not even. I guess it was 8 years. Maybe 10 years after I graduated from high school. And I got a computer science degree. Now I'm a programmer at a community college. But it's rough now in that field. I don't know if I even recommend it at this point. It's hard to know. Times are different now. I think everybody's struggling at this point. Welcome back, Elad. I beat the game. It was close. Extremely close. Yeah, AI exactly is going to take over. The cheap labor overseas. But I just speak for the U.S. markets. It's rough. Any career you want to choose these days, it's rough. You just got to not take your job for granted. So yeah, I beat the game, but I'm going to hunt down WARMECH. for fun, since I do have some time before I go to bed. So I figured I'd go on a little hunting spree here for fun and see what happens. See if I can find a WARMECH. Yeah, I don't think that's just that particular network. I think that's just common sense at this point. It's just stuff everywhere. You know, just gotta find what's successful and stick with it. I mean, if you gotta get a degree, sometimes you might have to go get a degree. That's what I did. I mean, before I got into the IT tech field, I was working I was a security guard for 10 years. So I did that. I worked out of college as a security guard, and that was actually really well because it was a private college. Before that, I used to work at car parts and car shops. That's what I did. That wasn't obviously going to take me anywhere. So at a certain point, you have to kind of just feel it out. But today, oh man, I don't know about today. I mean, I still think the tech field obviously is good to get into, but it's really competitive, especially now. I mean, you gotta hear all the big tech companies are letting people go because of COVID. They hired too many people. They were letting people work from home, but now, they're trying to cut back on money, so they're releasing everybody. Honestly, I wouldn't say there's a lot of math. There's enough of it, but it just depends. So I got a computer science degree, so I had to take calculus 2, discrete math, some stuff like that, which is tough. It's not for everybody, but you manage to get through it. There's tons of resources now versus 10, 20 years ago. The resources now to learn something that you don't understand. And there's tutorials on YouTube. There's free sites online to learn stuff. It's so much easier now to catch up and understand those topics. If you want to be a computer engineer, you want to make the real bucks, then you're going to need to know your math. They deal with a lot of math, whether it's if you think about 3D games, it deals with all vector math and points and, graphs and everything like that. You need to know your stuff. AI. You can learn calculus on YouTube. Absolutely. But you also need to know the prerequisites. If you get a degree, you're going to need to know math. But if you're not going to get a degree, you're going to do other things. You don't necessarily need to know calculus. I do zero math at my job. It's more IT related. It's not software development. But it's really calculus. I'll never use calculus again. Yeah, trig, algebra, all that stuff. But yeah. But the thing is, computer programming is, if you like programming, it's fun. So it's different when you're trying to learn programming than it is trying to learn how to do equations and that kind of stuff, or learning algorithms. Learning algorithms can be pretty tough, but it just depends. I'm kind of, hey, level up. here. I actually I haven't made a single video yet because there was a point where I thought I was gonna maybe do a programming related YouTube channel. It's called Golden Ogre Coding. There isn't a video. I've never done anything on it, and I probably never will. But I had planned on making beginner style programming tutorials, but there's just so many of them. It's just like, I don't know if it's even worth the effort. But what I was going to do is I was going to do YouTube tutorials based on the college curriculum. So like most colleges in the US, you learn computer science. You do like, courses are called computer science or CS1 and say 2 and then 3, then algorithms, discrete math, and then you go on from there. So I was going to kind of go that logic. But I never went through it. It's just too much work. Too many other people do it. Oh no! My chuck is down. What happened? Why did he die? I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, I skipped the whole physics thing. I could have took physics in high school and college, but it just sounded like too much work. But I'm definitely interested in those topics as well. Like, you know, even biology. Like, why do I gotta keep fighting these things? Let's just, can we run from these guys? We can. Okay. Yeah, I mean, learning things about the unknown. It's pretty sweet. Uh-oh. Here it is. We got him. WARMECH. It would have been nice to have Chuck there as an extra person to die. But I do need gold for his fast ability. I'm not getting anything other than bragging rights. WARMECH knows nuke too. Oh, he's going to be dead in the next round. Unless he does something ridiculous. He ain't nothing. Look at the experience. 32,000 experience. That's awesome. And a little bit of gold to go with it. Get murked, son. There we go. Now we gotta walk out. it's not official unless I can escape in one piece, right? That was rough, honestly. You know, I gotta assume that I could fight WARMECH again if I walked around. Not that I'm going to. Obviously, it's only got one dude left. But could you imagine fighting WARMECH on the way through here? Finally making it. You beat him. Oh, that's exciting. You get to Kraken. You barely beat him. You take 2 steps and you get WARMECH again. That'd probably never happen to anybody, I would hope. Oh, that's good stuff. So I think I can finally put Final Fantasy away, which is awesome. Now I just need some advice on what to do next. And the things that I had thought about. Yeah. Look at that money. I don't really even need to save my game. So, let's see. What do I have here? This game. So, when it comes to what is next on my journey, because this took me like a ton. Shatterhand Jackal. So, speaking of Jackal, I plan on purchasing Jackal for April. For sure. Yeah, Street Fighter 2010 as well. So, so a little insight for next month. I'm already shopping around. I got a wish list. I think Jackal's gonna be for next month for sure, because I've been wanting to get that game and it's not that expensive. What the heck is it called again? Star Tropics is going to be the other one I'm going to try to get. I'm not sure about the rest. I was hoping to get Mega Man 2 maybe, but I lost a couple bids on that, so that didn't work out. It might be DK Oldies. So far for those games, they're pretty much as cheap as I can find. Lucky Games is pretty cheap too. eBay has not been cheap at all for those games. The biggest problem with eBay is the shipping costs, and by the time I get done bidding, a lot of the times the game is more expensive than DK Oldies. So I'm sure, obviously, their DK Oldies is clearly trending for their issues with their consoles, but I've already talked about this before. Is you just don't want to buy their consoles or their handhelds. You don't want to do any of that. You just, if you want to get some cheap games, you search around for whatever's available for you, and then you go there and you just look up the price. I mean, if they got the game for $3 and you got to spend like $10, I think, to get free shipping, buy like 3 games for $5 each or $3 each, and I guarantee you those 3 games you're not going to get cheaper anywhere else. It gets a little interesting when you get more expensive games, but like I said, I'm probably going to make a video addressing that, because everybody seems to be hopping on the bandwagon of hating on them. There's reasons to hate them, for sure. There's specific reasons to not like DK Oldies. But like I've said in the past, not everything is what it seems. So yeah, Street Fighter 2010. The problem with that game is that the last couple levels are really hard for me to beat. So I need to really practice that. But I promise you, I'm going to beat Street Fighter 2010. Also, Top Gun, second mission. I have to beat that game still, so that's gonna make its way back into the here. So, could I share one thing just to have idea? Share what? What do you want me to share? Yeah, I love Street Fighter 2010 now. Like I said, that was one of the first handful of games I had as a kid, and I can never beat it. But the music is good. There's a lot of redeeming factors to it. But to actually beat that game, man, that's rough. So yeah, so DK Oldies deal. So if you just go to their site and you look up consoles, specifically consoles, it's like whatever. For an example, let's say a Genesis will be $180 maybe, which is it's expensive. You get the Genesis, it's dirty, they don't clean it, they say they clean it. It's not worth $180. So you go on eBay, you can get one for $100 or even cheaper. I might be exaggerating on the price on that, but that's their main complaint is, like, if you're going to buy like a game. Here's a better example. So a Game Boy, if you go on eBay right now, if you get a refurbished, rescreened Game Boy, it's probably going to cost you $100. If you want to get it from DK Oldies, it's going to cost you about $140 or more. And when you get it, it's probably going to be a little dirty. It's not going to be as clean as you would expect it from somebody who says it's refurbished. And sometimes you can get the Game Boy a lot cheaper on eBay. So that's a huge complaint. But it goes beyond that. It goes to like Xbox 360 consoles, PlayStation 3 or 4 consoles. They charge a lot of money for that stuff. I mean, they add the 1-year warranty, so you know they're probably losing money on the same token. But it's really what everybody's complaining about is the systems and maybe like some of the rare games. So let's say I want to buy a game on eBay, or the going price for Zelda, let's say, is $30, $30 to $40. Like if out in the wild, they might have the game, but it's going to be $50. Maybe it'll be $60. So it's $10, $20, maybe $30 more than you ever would want to pay for it. But that's kind of normal though. So like, yeah, granted they're charging you more for something, but like you're gonna go there, you're gonna buy it, and it's gonna show up at your door in a couple of days. Where eBay, you may or may not even get the product, and it might not be what it seems, or maybe you'll get lucky and get actually a good deal. But there's risk involved in both ways, so that's kind of like the thing. It's like there's the alternative. It just depends what are the alternatives, and of course you don't want to buy something that's worth $100 and pay $200 for it, and where you could have bought it for $100 somewhere else and in the same condition. So it's just like anything. You just gotta look around, do your due diligence, and if you really want that item, ask it how much is it worth to you, and then kind of go that route. So they give away games? Yeah, you know what? That's probably true, I'm sure, to give them some good press. But you know who else does that? Everybody does that. Just look at like certain like YouTube channels that all they do is talking about like games that they bought from XYZ place. A lot of the times they're getting that stuff for free, and they're getting a kickback, or they're getting the stuff for free just so they can say something nice about it. So it's, no matter what, you kind of can't really trust everybody. But yeah, there's definitely like, what is his name? John Riggs, for example. He gets free stuff all the time. He's always saying nice things about certain people or certain companies. That's not necessarily true. You gotta watch out for people who have a little too much going on with their channel, and they're just making videos to make them. That's one thing you won't get with me. Ain't nobody sending me nothing for free. I'm spending everything I'm buying everything with my own money, and I'm gonna tell you how it is. I got nothing to gain by steering you guys wrong. So, yeah, I mean, if somebody gave me some free stuff, I would be like, hey, let's take a look at this stuff I got for free. Let's see if it's any good. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not, but you know, it's like, yeah, sponsors, being a sellout, that's just not for me. I'd rather do this for free than to sit here and pretend that something is better than it is. So, but now I'm in a rant mode. But you did ask the question, so. Yeah, and and there's a lot of good companies out there doing good things. So, I'm not anti corporation or anything like that. So, everybody's out there trying to do the best they can. And sometimes I can understand certain things in a business sense, Appreciate it. So, while I got a couple people listening, I think the next couple things I want to do, not tonight, obviously. I have not decided. I'm probably going to take a break for a couple of days from streaming because I need to decide what I want to do next. But the next thing I want to do is I want to get my Super Nintendo set up. So I had an EverDrive on it. I think I had made mention of it before, where my SD card had broken. But I'm thinking about doing something Super Nintendo wise that's different from the RGH that I'm doing. But I haven't decided on that yet. But what I was also thinking is that I've been really wanting to play Link to the Past on Super Nintendo, and I don't own the game. I tried to own the game. I almost won my auction, and I lost it. But I think I would like to play that game on hardware and beat that game live. Unless people would rather see a more tutorial-based version of Link to the Past, then I could do that instead of doing a live playthrough. I just like doing the live playthroughs. It's easier for me. But I understand how my beginners guys are pretty good. I feel like they're pretty solid. So, Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo, I would like to hear some opinions on that. And I'm up for doing either. Doing a live playthrough, 100% live playthrough, getting all the items, or just doing a beginner's guide. Be interesting. So you prefer live? Yeah, I prefer live too. The only difference with live is that, as you can tell, I'll be more like impromptu with like certain things. Like I might not remember how to get all the items, so I might have to look it up. Where a guide will be a little bit more concise. Yeah, I beat the game, Snake. I also went back and fought WARMECH. Whooped his butt with only 2 characters because, for whatever reason, my black belt wasn't happening. I'm about to end the stream, but like I was saying, if you want to get on a conversation, is I was looking to maybe stream Link to the Past on my Super Nintendo, and I was curious if I should do a live playthrough of it or if I should do a beginner's guide, which should be take me longer to do, or I could just do it live. If you guys enjoyed live, I'll keep doing it live. It's easier for me. So yeah, I know that Link to the Past is gonna be popular for sure. So I'm really hoping that if I do that live, that many people will show up and root me on. And for the most part, when it comes to Link to the Past, not that I'm a master at the game, obviously, I don't speedrun it or anything. I could get to the Dark World pretty easily and get all the stuff before then. Or yeah, get all the items and stuff like that. But I will determine my routes and make sure that I'm just not playing it blind. And I've already beaten the game in the past, so I feel like that'll be a nice break from the retro game haul. And then after I beat Legend or Link to the Past, I'll go back to my other games. I'll beat Bonk's Adventure because it looks like that's going to be my EverDrive game for the NES. And then we'll be looking good going into April, where I get my next set of games. So yeah, with what days I have off, could be consecutive, might not be. I think I'm going to need time to set up my Super Nintendo, because I have to set everything up, so it's probably going to be a day or two. Well, maybe not. So just keep your notifications on. If you see me pop up, it's probably going to be to play Link to the Past. So I think that's going to be good. I have not done Chrono Trigger. Matter of fact, I haven't really done any Super Nintendo games. It's mostly been NES games, and I've done the Pixel remasters. I've done all of them except for 4, which nobody has even caught me on that. I never finished Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster on 4. But yeah, I mean that's another game I could do too. I like Chrono Trigger. I've never beaten it, sadly enough. I've tried to beat it a few times, but I got stuck on trying to get the best ending. But I could do Chrono Trigger. I know that'll be a popular one. I've already done Final Fantasy VI, like I guess only one time, but maybe Secret of Mana, some of the other RPGs. Those ones are tough because they're long, so you have that problem. But Chrono Trigger could be there. I think Legend of Zelda would be good, and also Super Metroid as well. So anyway, I'm going to yeah, you're gonna get me talking about Chrono Trigger music. Here's the thing, like, I don't say I'm not a fan of Chrono Trigger, because I do like the game. It's not one of my favorites as much as other people, but I'll tell you, the music in Chrono Trigger is it's like up there for me. The music is so good. Love the music in that game. And sometimes that's all it takes, is you got really good music, and I'm kind of like meh about the game. I might keep playing it. Beyond Oasis or Phantasy Star. Yeah, I could do Genesis. I wish my Genesis worked, though. I gotta fix it. The controller port doesn't work on it. I could rock that. I got an EverDrive on a Genesis, and I can emulate it too. I'd rather play in hardware. I mean, I'm up to all that stuff. Trust me. If there's people willing to watch me play these games a couple hours each night, I'm willing to play them. Illusion of Gaia. Also, I put some time into that game too. I've never beat it though. Matter of fact, there's a good chance if you mention RPG, I've played it, I've gone far, but I probably didn't beat it. You're willing to send that? You got 2 of them? Well, I might be able to fix mine. I've got a Model 1 ready to go, and I think it's just something with a controller port, so I can look at it. Yeah, when it comes to actually, I think I could still do stereo on my USB, but yeah, I'm gonna take a look at my Genesis and try to get that thing going. That could be something I work on next month. I think I just need to solder something. If I gotta take it apart, maybe I'll make a video on it. That'd be interesting. Try to open it up and see what's going on. Now you're going crazy. You want me to try out the Battletoads Double Dragon games? You probably didn't see it, but I did play Battletoads, and I got stuck on the infamous jet ski level. I tried to beat it. I never played the game before. I had streamed that a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I do have a P.O. box. If you've seen my comments, I did mention that if anybody ever wants to send me like NES games that they don't want, that I don't already own, that I'm not against that. So if that's a thing and you want to hook me up, I'm not an e-beggar. I'm totally fine with people not sending me stuff. I'm not going to be here crying about how I don't have money. But if I do like to have that option out to some people, because I have a bunch of games. If I can give them to somebody, I probably would too. So it really depends. So anyway, we're gonna end the stream. I know I said that like 12 times, and maybe I'll do a post tomorrow and keep you guys up. E-beggar. Yeah, e-beggar. There's a lot of e-beggars out there. All right, guys, have a good night. It's been fun. Take care.